Hey guys, how are we doing? And welcome back to the White Belt syllabus, this time looking at the front snap kick, landing in walking ready stance. Here it is. Okay, so developing good kicks very often comes down to how well we chamber our knee. There's lots of other things, of course, but chambering the knee has to be one of the most important things. For a front snap kick, we want that knee to come up nice and high before we then drive forward. And remember, it is forward and up, it's not just up. So beginners tend to kick with their toes pointed up towards the ceiling, like they're just lifting their foot up in the air. But we need to try and kick forward as well. We're trying to drive our weight forward whilst kicking up at a 45-degree angle with the ball of the foot. If you're just learning about ball of the foot, that's this section here. Now this often takes a little bit of practice. We need to pull our toes back so that we're kicking with that correct part of the foot, but at the same time we want the foot folded forward so that the top of our ankle is flat. So practice moving your foot, practice engaging those muscles in your ankle. If you're not used to this, it can be tricky initially. Sometimes I get the students to just walk around on the mats on their ball of the feet, so they have to practice going up on those tiptoes and working the correct muscles to develop this kick. Now the front snap kick can be practiced low or middle. We don't kick high, that would make it a different kick. But this particular fundamental, we're focusing on low, so this would be a kick to the groin. If it were a middle, we'd be aiming for the solar plexus or floating rib, for example. So to develop power with this, we need to drive with the back leg. We want those hips to come forward to allow us to drive our weight forward into the kick, but we don't want to do that by leaning back. That's going to throw us off balance. So if we drive ourselves forward with that back leg, allowing the hips to come forward, but keep your posture while you're doing that. You shouldn't feel like you're leaning back off balance. We're kicking to the center line for this kick, so careful not to let it go out to the side. And remember, as always, we finish everything at the same time. Just to stay in good habits and because it looks nice and neat and tidy, we're going to land in a walking ready position, which is where you cross your hands and put them out to the sides. We want the elbows tucked in slightly, so bend those elbows, tops of the hands facing up towards the ceiling, so not rotated. And we want those hands coming out at like a 45-degree angle, so not directly out to the sides and not too far forward. But this is just a ready position. This comes up a lot. We often ask students to wait in this position. This can be done in other stances, sitting stance, L stance, for example. Okay, and that's it for the front snap kick landing in walking ready stance. Awesome job, and see you in the next one.